What's going on, New York Yankee fans? Welcome back to another video. If you guys haven't already, like, comment, subscribe, turn on post notifications so you know when a live stream pops or drops. Appreciate you coming back. Please help out the algorithm and subscribe. Get new viewers to the channel. You have more people to engage with, and you help us out. We give you guys great content in return. We're doing the Monday Night Football game between the Giants and the Bucks, so please tune into that. And Boys of the Big Apple is Wednesday this week. That will be the final shakeup of the schedule till January, so it's going to be Monday after this Wednesday. So let's briefly get into this stuff. Don't want to make it too long for you guys. Just want to make it short, sweet, to the point. The Yankees obviously had the deadline to protect a couple of players from the Rule 5 draft. They've made some moves. We'll talk about the moves. We'll talk about the players' stats. Then we'll go into some other stuff as well, and we'll get out of here, and I'll let you guys go on with the rest of your day. So, on Friday, the Yankees added infielder Oswaldo Cabrera, right-handed pitcher Ron Marinaccio, outfielder Everson Pereira, right-handed pitcher Steven Ridings, and left-handed pitcher J.P. Sears to the Major League roster, the 40-man roster. And they designated outfielder Clint Frazier, infielder Rougned Odor, and infielder Tyler Wade for assignment. They designated those players for assignment. The Yankees also traded Nick Nelson and Donnie Sands, catcher, to the Philadelphia Phillies in exchange for infielder T.J. Rumfield and left-handed pitcher Joe Valdez. I was expecting Nelson to be off the 40-man, did not expect him to get traded. So even though those players are like rookie-level players, you still get something in return. It's better than nothing. It's better than peanuts and Cracker Jack. We'll talk about Frazier and the other guys at the end. Really want to get through this stuff and just make it short and sweet to the point. Some players that are exposed to the Rule 5 draft that were not brought onto the 40-man roster. It's a bit scary, if you want my opinion, because some of these players can go on to other teams and compete for their rosters. A couple guys in here, notably one was a part of the Arizona Fall League team, Andre Chaparro, who signed a baseball of mine, so there's kind of an emotional connection there. But he was doing well from what I know in the Arizona Fall League as of late. Congrats to the Saguaros, by the way. They, I believe, won the championship in the Arizona Fall League. They won. They were the best team. Congratulations. But they, no, you know what? Never mind on that. I'm going to skip to some other points. Also, some other players that are exposed to Rule 5 draft. Catcher DH Josh Bro, Donnie Sands was traded, so they only have two catchers right now on the 40-man roster, which is interesting, but moves will be made eventually. Starting pitcher Anderson Munoz, starting pitcher Matt Sauer, starting pitcher Brian Keller, outfielder Brendan Lockridge. Let's see, Joni Brito, I think he's a pitcher as well, Greg Weissert, and Matt Crook. Those players are exposed. Let's talk about the stats, then we'll talk about all of the stuff at the end. Oswaldo Cabrera, between the two levels of Somerset and Scranton Wilkes-Barre, 29 home runs, 89 RBIs, 21 stolen bases, 272 batting average, 127 hits, 42 runs. Some other key cog stats in Somerset: 118 Ks in 109 games, 256 batting average, 9 Ks in 9 games in Scranton Wilkes-Barre, 500 batting average. Move on to Ron Marinaccio. In Somerset, he also split some time in Scranton Wilkes-Barre as well. 1-1, 1.82 ERA in 22 games, 3 saves, 39.2 innings pitched, 17 hits given up, 8 earned runs, 2 home runs, and 64 strikeouts with an opposing batting average of 129. When he went to Scranton Wilkes-Barre, 1-0, 2.36 ERA in a total of 18 games, 2 saves, 26.2 innings pitched, 7 earned runs, 2 home runs given up, also 41 strikeouts, so he had a pretty solid year between the two levels. Everson Pereira, the outfielder, spent some time in rookie ball, not too much, about 3 games. Spent some time in Tampa and then Hudson Valley. So in rookie ball, in 3 games, he had 3 hits, 1 home run, 3 RBIs, 2 strikeouts, no stolen bases, 375 batting average. In Tampa, 19 games, 26 hits, 5 home runs, 22 RBIs, 21 strikeouts, 361 batting average, 4 stolen bases. And you take a look at his stats in Hudson Valley: 27 games, 28 hits, 14 home runs, 32 RBIs, 38 strikeouts, 9 stolen bases, or 5 stolen bases. The printer is not so great. the stats that I printed out, but he either has 9 or 5 stolen bases and then a 259 batting average. You look at Steven Ridings, who was really good for the Yankees this year in his situations, but also at the minor league level, where he originated. He was in Somerset. He was in Scranton Wilkes-Barre as well. 4-0 in Somerset, .47 ERA in 14 games, total of 2 saves, 19 innings pitched, total of 1 earned run, also 30 strikeouts with a 123 batting average against. You look at Scranton Wilkes-Barre, 1-0, 2.70 ERA in a total of 8 games, 10 innings pitched, total of 3 earned runs given up, 2 home runs, and also 12 strikeouts to 11 batting average in the major leagues. Simple stats, 1.80 ERA in 5 games, 5 innings pitched, 7 strikeouts. You look at J.P. Sears. Flip over to the next page. Spent some time between Scranton Wilkes-Barre and Somerset. 3-2, 4.09 ERA. 8 games started, 15 games he appeared in, 1 save. 50.2 innings pitched, gave up 45 hits, 23 earned runs, 6 home runs, also 71 strikeouts, 242 batting average against. In Scranton Wilkes-Barre, 7-0, 2.87 ERA, 10 games started, 53.1 innings pitched, 41 hits, total of 17 earned runs, 5 home runs given up, a total of 65 strikeouts, and a 219 batting average against. So solid stats for him. So next we're going to take a look at the guys that were designated for assignment, then the guys in the Philly trade. So let's take a look at Tyler Wade first, who had a pretty solid season. No home runs, 5 RBIs, 37 strikeouts, 17 stolen bases, 16 walks. I don't know if I mentioned, but 268 batting average, total of 34 hits in 127 at-bats, 31 runs, and also played in 103 games. Take a look at Rougned Odor, 15 home runs, 39 RBIs, 202 batting average, 100 strikeouts, 27 walks, total of 65 hits and 42 runs in a total of 322 at-bats. 102 games played. You take a look at Clint Frazier, really not that good. 5 home runs, 15 RBIs, 2 stolen bases, 65 strikeouts, and 32 walks, 186 batting average, and a total of 183 at-bats in 66 games. Now let's take a look at the guys in the Philly trade. TJ Rumfield, not many at-bats, or I should say, well, yeah, he got 76 at-bats, but no home runs, nothing like that, 7 RBIs, total of 21 walks, 11 strikeouts. It's a rookie ball player. You can't expect much. 250 batting average in 27 games. Joel Valdez, he went 1-1 in 2021, 1.63 ERA. He was in the Dominican Summer League, 15 games started, 55.1 innings pitched, 50 strikeouts. Take a look at Nick Nelson, one of my least favorite players. I'm happy he's gone personally. 3-4 in the major, 3-4 actually. Let me just quickly, glance at 3-4 in the minor leagues, 3.81 ERA, 29 games, 1 game saved, 5 games started, 52 innings pitched, 62 strikeouts. You take a look at his MLB stats: 0-2, 8.79 ERA, 2 games started, 11 games in total, 22 strikeouts, and 14.1 innings pitched. Finally, before we get to our thoughts, Dottie Sands, split time between 2 levels. First in Somerset, total of 10 home runs, 27 RBIs, batting average of 253, 25 strikeouts, and total of 49 hits and 194 at-bats, in total of 52 games. You look at Scranton Wilkes-Barre, he spent some time there, did pretty decent actually. 8 home runs, 29 RBIs, 32 strikeouts, 272 batting average, and a total of 40 hits and 147 at-bats in 42 games. Did a lot of talking there, a lot of stats. But I find it interesting that they did not protect Andres Chaparro, considering that I think he's on the prospect list. I don't think he's that high, though. If he is, I apologize. But I'm surprised they didn't protect him. As for the trade, Nick Nelson, he deserved to go. It's better than getting cash considerations at a certain standpoint than just, what I'm trying to say is it's better to get players that eventually will probably come up through the system or be something in the minor leagues rather than just cash that you'll blow on something God knows what. I know I sound like a casual there, but Nick Nelson needed to go. Donnie Sands, he could have been a holdover till Austin Wells or Antonio Gomez came up, but he was 16th, I think, on the Yankees prospect list. He's been here a couple of years, so I really didn't expect him to get the top job in the Yankees organization, being a starting catcher or being a backup catcher as well. Oswaldo Cabrera, he could be a good hitter in the major leagues. We'll see where that goes. He had some pretty solid stats through the two levels. Everson Pereira, he was a good hitter in Hudson Valley, but a lot of his production was shadowed, I would say overshadowed because of Anthony Volpe's success. So keep that in mind. I'm pretty sure he hit a home run when I went to the Hudson Valley game back in August against the Brooklyn Cyclones. So fun fact there. And not much else to take away, but let's talk about three guys that were designated for assignment. Clint Frazier, it was a failed marriage. It was a failed situation. Got traded over, had some success in his early years, and Brian Cashman didn't want to trade him for guys like Garrett Cole or Robbie Ray. Obviously, we have Garrett Cole now, and Robbie Ray's a free agent, so if the Yankees want to get him, they can, but I don't think they will. But he was a failed commodity, never really that proven of a ball player. He was always in the shadow of Brett Gardner, and Cashman's hugging of the prospects really didn't help his value. So he's probably going to go to another team, be a backup, something like that. Maybe he becomes a starter for a rebuilding team. So we'll see where that goes. Rougned Odor, a lot of people were pissed off that, he was designated for assignment and that, he had so many conferences on the mound, and they acted like he was a leader. He was not a leader on this team. I personally didn't like him as a player. 202 batting average, and he just wasn't good in a lot of spots, especially in the clutch. So bye-bye Rougned Odor. You replace him, maybe get shortstop, Gleyber Torres, you move him, or you keep Torres as a utility infielder. I don't know. But it's going to be a lot tougher, I guess, to build around or decide around when you don't have Tyler Wade. Now, Wade may come back on an MILB deal or something like that. Who knows? Wade had a good season this year. I hated on him at times a little too much, but he did deserve the criticism at certain points because he's that guy. He'll make some very stupid mistakes. Ball players shouldn't really make the mistakes sometimes that he did make, but it's also not just on him. It's on the coaching as well. But yes, he was a true depth player, could play about 6-7 positions on the field, but it's not like he was this cornerstone player. Yeah, his dependability and his availability and his abilities as a depth player were there, but you can get better. You can get better in some areas. Is Tyler Wade really going to prevent you from getting a good backup shortstop or a good shortstop or trading away Gleyber Torres or some of these other moves? It shouldn't, but I honestly don't think it's the last we'll see of Tyler Wade. We'll see what happens, but it's hard to get pissed off and it's hard to get mad at somebody who had one solid year. Yankee fans are championing him like, he's been a good player for the last couple of years. No, he hasn't. His expendability is good, but not really that consistent as a hitter. And they should have used him more as a speed player, stolen bases, stuff like that. I think he had a career high of like 17 stolen bases this year or something like that. But they should have used him more. They should have used him more, in my opinion. They probably used him the most during that Greg Allen phase. But other than that, it was just very weary. It wasn't too much. It was really inconsistent. But we'll see where that goes. If you guys haven't already, like, comment, subscribe, turn on post notifications so you know when a live stream pops video drops. More Yankee videos will come out. I did one on the starting rotation. I did one on shortstop. So catcher, first base, a couple other videos will come out. Peace out. See you later. Stay cool.